we know for a fact that volunteerism is good for us,
Yeah.
especially as we get older.
Yeah.
Why is that, do you think?
Oh my God, so a couple of years ago, we actually got a grant from the Ministry of Seniors and Accessibility to promote volunteering to older adults. And I started doing the research and it kind of blew me away, I have to say. First of all, I didn't realize that earlier retirement is actually associated with increased risk of dementia. I did not know that. And that volunteering actually, it's the reverse. It actually decreases your risk of dementia. And it kind of makes sense because when you retire, you may be losing your sense of purpose, the structure to your day, the social connections, the mental stimulation, right? Volunteering can give that back to us. We also know that depression rates tend to be decreased by volunteering across the lifespan, right? Like at all ages, right?
Wow. Is that through, because you're being socialization and...
all those things, so many things. I mean, actually, there's one particular really lovely study that was done almost 10 years ago, where they gave a group of retirees who had hypertension, they gave them some money. Half of them, they were supposed to spend it on themselves. The other half, they were like supposed to give it away. And then they measured their blood pressure. And in fact, the group that gave their money away, they actually have decreased rates of blood pressure comparable to what you get from medicine or exercise. So, like, it's physiologically, altruism is good for us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the previous speaker was just talking about the fact that, you know, it's better than writing a check. So I suspect in this case, it was the fact that these people were physically handing the money to somebody else, right? It's that tangible act, right, that actually makes a difference.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a lot of time. Like, there was a 2020 data review that looked at a whole bunch of studies, and it's really like 100 hours a year can make all these differences in mental health, in longevity, you know, like just like everything, right? Like, there's so much improvement, and it's not a lot of time that you need to give to it.
Yeah, I think that's a great way of outlining the fact that if you're afraid of the concept of that you're going to be spending all your time doing this volunteer position, not at all. There's a range. It can be something that actually is fun to do.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that much
Right?
time. It really, really shouldn't. And also, people shouldn't be afraid of this kind. Like, I know that people sometimes when they go into retirement, they don't want to commit, right? Because they've just left a big commitment. But that commitment, that little bit of time commitment will actually give you that structure to your day, to your week, that can be really important. And really, the longer you stay with an organization, kind of the more confident you get, the more effective you can be in the role. So, you know, like, you know, and listen, an organization, if you're a good volunteer, they're going to do what they can to retain you. They'll give you the flexibility. They'll give you the time away. You need time for caregiving or an extended vacation, whatever. They'll welcome you back. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
You
Thank
get to call the shots.
Well, sure, at that point, yeah. And you get to call the shots right now. Please let everybody know how they can reach you and your organization.
Yeah, so our main website is actually called volunteersuccess.com. They can visit there. But we actually have a secondary website we built out specifically for adults 55 plus called nextstagevolunteering.com. And it's full of like educational articles about the benefits and how to do it and all kinds of great stuff. Plus, it links to the opportunities on our main site. So either one of those two sites, volunteersuccess.com or nextstagevolunteering.com.